Thank you for joining us today. I'm Dave Robbins with ETA News. Here at Endtime Ministries, we receive literally hundreds of questions and comments on a daily basis via email and on our website blogs. These are answered in many ways, such as direct correspondence, letters to the editor in our Endtime magazine, and on these very ETA News segments. So today, I would like to answer several of your questions that you have sent in over the last few weeks. Number one, what is the covenant that the Antichrist confirms in Daniel 9:27? Well, it is the Abrahamic covenant mentioned in Genesis 15:18, where God promised the land of Israel to Abraham and his descendants. The confirmation of the covenant will set the final borders of Israel, confirming her right to exist in the Holy Land. Number two, who is the He in Daniel 9:27 that you keep saying will confirm the covenant, which starts the final 7 years to Armageddon? Well, the He does three things. Confirms the covenant. In Daniel 11:21 through 22, it states that the Antichrist, the final king of the north, will be the prince of the covenant. The second thing is he causes the sacrifice and the offering to cease. Well, in Daniel 11:31, it says that the Antichrist and his partners will take away the daily sacrifice. And the third thing, he sets up the abomination of desolation. Well, Daniel 11:31 also says that the Antichrist and his partners will place the abomination that maketh desolate. So the Antichrist confirms the covenant, the Antichrist causes the sacrifice and the oblation to stop, and the Antichrist places the abomination of desolation. So it's easy. The He in Daniel 9:27 is the Antichrist. Number three, when does God's wrath begin? Well, the vials of the wrath of God mentioned in Revelation chapter 16 are poured out at the very end of the 3.5 year tribulation period. We know this because the very first vial is poured out upon those who will have taken the mark of the beast during that 3.5 year tribulation period. Number four, when do the two witnesses begin their ministry? Well, Revelation 11:3 through 12 is the prophecy of the two witnesses who begin their ministries 3.5 years prior to the second coming of Jesus Christ. Number five, I have heard that there will be a 10-nation confederacy made up of Arab nations, which will fulfill the prophecy of the 10 toes on Nebuchadnezzar's vision in Daniel chapter 2. Do you agree? Actually, no. The feet of iron mingle with clay on Nebuchadnezzar's vision in Daniel chapter 2 symbolize the Holy Roman Empire. The Holy Roman Empire has now been reborn as the European Union. The 10 toes are also of iron mingled with clay, indicating that they will come from that reborn Holy Roman Empire. From this, we know that the 10-nation alliance will not come from Arabic countries, but from Europe. Number six, why must we worship the Lord in spirit and in truth? Not just one or the other, but both. Well, John 4:24 states, God is a spirit, and they that worship Him must worship Him in spirit and in truth. Why? Because the Bible teaches us about the one true God. But personal spiritual experiences with Him enable us to really know Him. We can read a book about someone but never really know them. However, if we live with a person, we will then have a personal relationship with that person. This is the same thing that's true with knowing God. To really know God, we need a proper balance of prayer and Bible study. Number seven, what is the difference between the abomination of desolation and the Great Tribulation? Well, the abomination of desolation, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3 and 4, occurs when the Antichrist stands in a rebuilt Jewish temple and proclaims that he is God or the ultimate authority there. This event begins the 3.5 year period known as the Great Tribulation, mentioned in Matthew 24:15 through 21, when Satan will persecute Israel and the true church of Jesus Christ. Number eight, have the four horsemen in Revelation 6 already been released? Actually, yes. We know this because the four horses found in Revelation 6:1 through 8 and Zechariah 6:1 through 8 represent four great spirits that will control the actions of humans and governments just before the second coming of Jesus Christ. These four belief systems, which have actually dominated the world for years now, are the white horse, which is Catholicism, the red horse, which is communism, the black horse, which is capitalism, and the green horse, which is Islamism. Number 9, will we spend time on earth after the Battle of Armageddon? Actually, there will be humans which are not taken in the rapture who will live into the 1,000-year reign of the kingdom of God here on earth. That's Daniel 7:12. However, those that are raptured will rule over the earth as kings and priests with God as immortals during that time. Number 10, please explain the 2 Sabbaths that occurred the week Jesus was crucified. Sure. Well, during the Jewish Passover, the day of the Passover is a special Sabbath called an high day, mentioned in John 19:31. This results in 2 Sabbaths occurring in the same week. The first Sabbath started on Wednesday evening. The second Sabbath was the regular Sabbath, which occurred on Saturday. Jesus was crucified and buried on Wednesday before the first Sabbath and rose early on Sunday morning. That's Mark 16:9. So He was in the grave Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So there you have it, the answers to many of your questions. If you would like to ask a question and have it answered on future segments of ETA News, please email me with your questions to drobbins@endtime.com. That's DROBBINS@endtime.com. Thank you for watching. I'm Dave Robbins with ETA News.